Clover and Clover.
We don't wanna end up as grumpy as our parents did, sticking to a boring routine. Taking out the garbage and scrubbing dirty dishes is just quite as fun as it seems. It's been so long since we cuddled to the break of dawn. It's been so devices are buzzing. Everyone seems to love me, just like it's my birthday. Later on I'll go hiking. My friends will be right beside me. We're flying over the mountain. 16,000 volunteers wouldn't be enough to dry these tears. Still, I'll be here hanging on and on and on. Things will never be the same. Save the pieces of your brain. Scrounging and scavenging down in the dirt. Better enjoy what you got. Today I snooze my alarm clock. Fell back asleep and the day wore on and on into oblivion. I'm staring down at the paper. Oh well, I guess I will try again later. What am I saying? 16,000 volunteers wouldn't be enough to dry these tears. Still, I'll be here hanging on and on and on. Things will never be the same. Save the pieces of your brain. Scratching and scavenging down in the dirt. Better enjoy what you got. Wouldn't be enough to dry these tears. Still, I'll be here hanging on and on and on. Things will never be the same. Save the pieces of your brain. Scrounging and scavenging down in the dirt. Better enjoy what you got. Better enjoy what you got. Like a stripe on some polka dots. Dirty jokes in the coffin shop. This is detestable. When I see you, you give me the sweetest smile. It's bad when I pull you into the office and borrow your pen. Some might say nefarious, but I know you really wanna see what I'm writing down. They're gonna call the police. They're gonna bring in a SWAT team, 'cause we've been breaking the law, and we don't know how to stop. see a surrender without a fight. Don't go gentle into that good night. Here you are, broken down. Once you're part of gold, or a force in the field. Now your trail is cold. You got nothing, no emotions, not a sign of life. Gotta wake up in a moment, 'cause it's time to try. No, don't go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. I hate to see you surrender without a fight. Don't go gentle into that good night. You were young, you were strong, you were made of steel. Now you fade, vacillate as they take the wheel. You're a danger to society, 'cause you don't think right. They got shovels, they've been digging. Now it's time to fight. Let me tell you a little story. It goes like this. My life was A-okay. I had a job at Zales, and with my fresh technique, I was employee of the week. But one night on the train, very late, pouring rain, someone sat down next to me, touched me. I could feel her icy breath in my ear. What the heck? Whispering a melody sweetly. She said, let's go to the 33rd dimension. Take some of this potion that I'm drinking. All kinds of trouble for us to get in the third dimension. Well, when I got back home, I kept myself alone, 'cause everything was strange. I had to rearrange my life completely. I don't need anything, sex or drugs or rock and roll. Whoa, no, I just wanna hear her voice, follow it where it goes. Anything that she desires, I'll try. She said, let's go to the 33rd dimension. Take some of this potion that I'm drinking. All kinds of trouble for us to get in the 33rd dimension. There is a price we pay, relying on tried grabbing your shirt. The ball pops out to your friend. She slips to the tight end. I'm running back and forth all through this game. You feel alive when you put me to shame. But in the back of your heart, oh, in the back of your mind, oh, in the back of your heart, oh, in the back of your mind, oh, in the back of your heart, you're running away, you're running away, you're running away from me. Oh, but in the back of your heart, you still love me. Touchdown, another 6 points. I need some, then gave him my joints. The rookie is better than me. You don't look, but I know that you see. I don't have you under contract no more. So why is your towel on the locker room floor? 'Cause in the back of your heart, whoa, in the back of your mind, whoa, in the back of your heart, whoa, in the back of your mind, whoa, in the back of your mind. stupid. Conjugate verbs till your cortex bleeds. Do some service, maybe candy striping. Things like that will round out your SAT.